Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2,000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Danish ebook before it's gone. When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, You can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Jeg var til en vens bryllup i weekenden.
Var det en god fest?
Ja, det var det. Du gætter aldrig, hvad der skete.
Hvad skete der?
Gommens bror spillede et remix af Brudvalsen.
Et remix af Brudvalsen.
Ja, han er DJ. Det var helt fantastisk.
Det lyder i hvert fald sjovt.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
I hvert fald.
Definitely.
Fest.
Party.
Gom.
Groom.
At ske.
To happen. To occur. To take place.
Brudevals.
Bridal waltz.
Bryllup.
Wedding.
Aldrig.
Never.
Weekend.
Weekend.
At gætte.
To guess.
At være.
To be.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Jeg var til en vens bryllup i weekenden.
Var det en god fest?
Ja, det var det. Du gætter aldrig, hvad der skete.
Hvad skete der?
Gommens bror spillede et remix af Brudvalsen.
Et remix af Brudvalsen.
Ja, han er DJ. Det var helt fantastisk.
Det lyder i hvert fald sjovt.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Jeg har hørt, du er flyttet hjemmefra. Ja, jeg er flyttet i lejlighed tæt på Universitetsparken. I den nye bygning ved siden af kiosken. Nej, på den modsatte side af parken. Ved parkeringspladsen. Ja, lige præcis. Hvordan er du kommet ind til byen i dag? Jeg er kommet med bussen.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
At flytte.
To move, to remove.
At flytte. At flytte.
Next we have
Hjemmefra.
away from home.
Hjemmefra. Hjemmefra.
Next we have
Tæt.
near.
Tæt. Tæt.
Next we have
Ved siden af.
next to, beside.
Ved siden af. Ved siden af.
Next we have
Modsat.
opposite.
Modsat. Modsat.
Next we have
Park.
park.
Park. Park.
Next we have
Ved.
by, at.
Ved. Ved.
Next we have
Parkeringsplads.
parking lot.
Parkeringsplads. Parkeringsplads.
Next we have
Lige præcis.
exactly.
Lige præcis. Lige præcis.
And last,
Bus.
bus.
Bus. Bus.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Jeg har hørt, du er flyttet hjemmefra. Ja, jeg er flyttet i lejlighed tæt på Universitetsparken. I den nye bygning ved siden af kiosken. Nej, på den modsatte side af parken. Ved parkeringspladsen. Ja, lige præcis. Hvordan er du kommet ind til byen i dag? Jeg er kommet med bussen.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Listen to the dialogue.
Hvad laver du? Jeg er kunstner.
Listen to it again, now with the English translation.
Hvad laver du?
What do you do?
Jeg er kunstner.
I'm an artist. First of all, you need to learn how to say, what do you do? That's.
Hvad laver du?
Listen to it again.
Hvad laver du? Hvad laver du?
Now, how do you answer this question? This is the pattern you'll need.
Jeg er.
Your occupation. This Danish sentence literally translates into I am occupation without the article, but it means I'm an occupation in English. For example, I'm an artist.
Jeg er kunstner. Jeg er kunstner.
Here are a few more professions you can use with the same pattern. Police officer,
Politibetjent. Politibetjent.
teacher,
Lærer. Lærer.
doctor,
Læge. Læge.
engineer,
Ingeniør. Ingeniør.
Now, listen to some examples.
Hvad laver du? Jeg er lærer. Hvad laver du? Jeg er læge. Hvad laver du? Jeg er ingeniør.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, "What do you do?"
Hvad laver du?
Imagine you're a doctor. Do you remember how to say, "Doctor"?
Læge. Læge.
Say, "I'm a doctor."
Jeg er læge.
Now answer the question saying that you are a doctor.
Hvad laver du? Jeg er læge.
Now, imagine you're a teacher. Do you remember how to say teacher?
Lærer. Lærer.
Say, "I'm a teacher."
Jeg er lærer.
Now, answer the question saying that you are a teacher.
Hvad laver du? Jeg er lærer.
Now, imagine you're an engineer. Do you remember how to say engineer?
Ingeniør. Ingeniør.
Say, "I'm an engineer."
Jeg er ingeniør.
Now, answer the question saying that you are an engineer.
Hvad laver du? Jeg er ingeniør. En mand og en kvinde snakker sammen. Hvornår skal de have en massage? Min ven har lige åbnet en ny massageklinik.
En massageklinik. Jeg vil gerne derhen.
Har du tid på lørdag?
På lørdag er jeg optaget. Hvad med søndag?
Stedet er lukket om søndagen. Hvad med fredag så?
Okay.
Hvornår skal de have en massage? En mand og en kvinde snakker sammen. Hvornår skal de have en massage? Min ven har lige åbnet en ny massageklinik.
En massageklinik. Jeg vil gerne derhen.
Har du tid på lørdag?
På lørdag er jeg optaget. Hvad med søndag?
Stedet er lukket om søndagen. Hvad med fredag så?
Okay.
En kvinde snakker med en butiksassistent. Hvilken sal tager kvinden op på nu? Undskyld mig, hvor er dametøjet?
På 3., 4. og 5. sal.
På hvilken en har I frakker?
På 4. sal. Elevatoren er derovre.
På 4. sal? Tak. Hvilken sal tager kvinden op på nu? En kvinde snakker med en butiksassistent. Hvilken sal tager kvinden op på nu? Undskyld mig, hvor er dametøjet?
På 3., 4. og 5. sal.
På hvilken en har I frakker?
På 4. sal. Elevatoren er derovre.
På 4. sal? Tak. En mand og en kvinde snakker sammen. Hvor er nøglen?
Hvor er nøglen til lejligheden?
Jeg efterlod den på bordet.
Den er der ikke.
Prøv under bordet.
Ingenting.
Den er heller ikke i lommen.
Den var i min taske.
Hvor er nøglen? En mand og en kvinde snakker sammen. Hvor er nøglen?
Hvor er nøglen til lejligheden?
Jeg efterlod den på bordet.
Den er der ikke.
Prøv under bordet.
Ingenting.
Den er heller ikke i lommen.
Den var i min taske.
You search online for the nearest bus service. What bus service does the page show? What bus service does the page show? The web page shows a free bus service.
Gratis busservice.
Your condition is not getting better, and you decide to go to the nearby clinic. You receive a medical report. What is the diagnosis? You receive a medical report. What is the diagnosis? The diagnosis is food poisoning caused by contaminated food.
Madforgiftning forårsaget af forurenet mad.
You just bought a few items from a local shop online. What information does the website say about the delivery date? What information does the website say about the delivery date? The website says that delivery dates differ depending on the delivery method, but all dates should be calculated from the next working day.
Leveringsdatoer varierer afhængigt af leveringsmåden, men alle datoer udregnes fra den næste arbejdsdag.
The day after ordering an item online, you receive an email notification. How can you track your package? How can you track your package? The email says that you can track your package on this website by logging into your account, and after logging in, click on your order history and enter the order number found in this email.
Du kan spore din pakke på denne hjemmeside ved at logge ind på din konto. Efter du er logget ind, klik på din ordrehistorik og indtast ordrenummeret, som findes i denne e-mail.
You're reading the instructions of an electronic device you've just bought. What should you do in case of overheating? What should you do in case of overheating? The manual says that if you notice the surface overheating, unplug the device immediately and allow it to cool down before handling again.
Hvis du bemærker, at overfladen bliver overophedet, frakobl straks enheden og lad den køle ned, inden der røres ved den igen.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, Listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Jeg tror, jeg går hen og skubber Lisa i poolen. Gør det ikke. Hun bliver bare sur. Okay, så sprøjter jeg vand på hende. Nej, du burde slet ikke gøre noget, der kan gøre hende sur på dig. Jamen, hvordan kommer jeg så i kontakt med hende? Du skulle måske starte med at sige hej til hende.
Now you will hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Slet.
Not. No.
At sprøjte.
To spray, to squirt, to spurt.
Sur.
Mad, angry, sour.
At gøre.
To do, to make.
Ikke.
Not.
Jamen.
But.
At sige.
To say, to tell.
At skulle.
To have got to, must, ought to, should.
At burde.
Ought to, should.
At skubbe.
To push.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Jeg tror, jeg går hen og skubber Lisa i poolen. Gør det ikke. Hun bliver bare sur. Okay, så sprøjter jeg vand på hende. Nej, du burde slet ikke gøre noget, der kan gøre hende sur på dig. Jamen, hvordan kommer jeg så i kontakt med hende? Du skulle måske starte med at sige hej til hende.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Hej, jeg hedder Louise. Hyggeligt at møde dig. Hi, I'm Louise. Nice to meet you. In this series, you're going to learn basic Danish expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you'll learn how to introduce yourself in Danish. There are only 2 sentences you need. Let's see how Danish people introduce themselves. Hej, jeg hedder Louise. Hyggeligt at møde dig. Hi, I'm Louise. Nice to meet you. Hej, jeg hedder Louise. Hyggeligt at møde dig. Start by saying, hej, jeg hedder. Then say your name. Hej, jeg hedder Louise. Finally say, hyggeligt at møde dig. Hej, jeg hedder Louise. Hyggeligt at møde dig. And now let's see the same sentence in a different format. Goddag, jeg hedder Louise. Rart at møde dig. Hello, my name is Louise. Nice to meet you. Goddag, jeg hedder Louise. Rart at møde dig. So what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a closer look at these together. Hi has been substituted with an alternative greeting, goddag, Danish for hello or good day. In a formal setting, you would say your full name, but it is better just to use your first name when you're being introduced to new friends. The hyggeligt in hyggeligt at møde dig has been changed to rart. When you meet someone in a formal context, for instance at work, rart at møde dig would be the most appropriate greeting, while hyggeligt at møde dig is for when you're introduced to new friends. One more time. One way to introduce yourself in Danish is hej, jeg hedder Louise. Hyggeligt at møde dig. An alternative way to introduce yourself is goddag, jeg hedder Louise. Rart at møde dig. Now it's time for Louise's insights. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands in Denmark. While rart at møde dig is slightly more formal than hyggeligt at møde dig, you don't need to worry too much about which one you use. If you use one of these sentences, Danish people are definitely going to be impressed. In the last lesson, you learned how to introduce yourself in Danish. In this lesson, you learn how to use good manners as you thank people. Er I klar? Are you ready? Lad os begynde. So let's start. There's several ways to thank someone, so let's start with the easiest. It is just one word. Tak. Tak. Tak means thank you. When you say thank you very much, you just need to add mange at the beginning. Mange tak. Mange tak. Mange means many, so mange tak is like saying many thanks. During the last lesson, we didn't really mention anything about formality in speech in Danish. However, there are some subtle differences in how we will be perceived by others. Tak is the more casual way to thank someone, while mange tak expresses more gratitude, so it's slightly more formal or polite. A longer and more formal phrase, which expresses a lot of gratitude, would be tusind tak skal du have. Here we've changed mange to tusind, which means thousand, and added skal du have, which literally means you shall have. Tusind tak skal du have. But how do you answer these expressions of gratitude? It's easy. There are basically two different ways to do it. The first is velbekomme. Velbekomme. Velbekomme literally means you are welcome. The other way to say you are welcome is the expression det var så lidt. Det var så lidt. Literally, this phrase means it was so little, and it's equivalent to don't mention it, but it's the most common and polite way to respond to someone thanking you. So when someone says tak to you, you can simply reply with velbekomme or det var så lidt. Now it's time for Louise's insights. If you're not sure about whether to use tak or mange tak, keeping it simple is always your safest bet. You don't have to worry about formal or informal situations. Tak can be used with just about anyone, anywhere, and at any time. In the last lesson, you learned how to be grateful to people by saying tak. In this lesson, you learn some of the most common greetings used in Denmark. Er I klar? Are you ready? Så lad os begynde. So let's start. The most used informal greeting is hi. Hi. Hi means hi. You can use it when you meet people, and it can be used with anyone. But it isn't the only way to greet someone. We also have good day. Good day. It is a more time-specific greeting and is equivalent to hello. Literally, good day means good day. As a rule of thumb, you can use good day only during the daytime, from morning until evening. During the evening, we say god aften. God aften. Aften is Danish for evening, so god aften means good evening. Finally, in the mornings, we say god morgen. God morgen, which means good morning. Good day, god aften, and god morgen are used when we meet someone, but when we leave, we don't say these again. When parting ways for a long time, we usually say ha det godt. Ha det godt. Ha det godt means be well, but a better translation is all the best. Finally, in Danish, we have an expression meaning see you. Vi ses. Vi ses. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Danish. Let's review them all again. When meeting friends or someone we don't know, hej or good day. In the morning, god morgen. In the evening, god aften. When leaving for a long time, ha det godt. When leaving and implying see you soon, vi ses. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Louise's insights. In formal situations, Danish people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. On the other hand, if we meet someone we're very friendly with, no matter their gender, it's common to give hugs. Don't be afraid to try it out with your Danish friends. In this lesson, you're going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Danish, you will be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the most common way to say it. Taler du engelsk? Taler du engelsk? Danish is a pretty straightforward language. We conjugate verbs based on time, which means we have the past, present, and infinitive. The question, taler du engelsk, translates as, are you speaking English? In Danish present tense, speaking is taler. The second word in the sentence, du, simply means you. And you probably recognize engelsk to be English. Taler du engelsk. To learn how to properly conjugate verbs like taler, please check out our Absolute Beginner series on danishclass101.com. You can find very detailed grammar lessons and resources there. Like English, there are many ways to ask this question. Let's look at another one that is also pretty similar to English. It's literally the equivalent of, can you speak English? Kan du tale engelsk? Kan du tale engelsk? Adding undskyld, excuse me, to the sentence would make it undskyld, kan du tale engelsk? Undskyld, kan du tale engelsk? The responses you will receive could be one of these three. Ja, meaning yes. Ja. Lidt, meaning a little. Lidt. And nej, jeg kan ikke tale engelsk, meaning no, I don't speak English. Nej, jeg kan ikke tale engelsk. Since this last one is a negative statement, we need to say ikke before the verb tale. Notice also that the verb tale is slightly different than taler. Remember, the verb changes depending on the time it's in. We're now talking about the infinitive since it's coupled with kan, which means can. Now it's time for Louise's insights. For those of you who don't just speak English, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Danish people study other European languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute engelsk with italiensk for Italian, fransk for French, spansk for Spanish, tysk for German. In the last lesson, you learned the phrase undskyld, kan du tale engelsk, which means, excuse me, do you speak English? We mentioned the word undskyld, which means excuse me in Danish. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use undskyld and other words when you're apologizing in Danish. The common way to say excuse me is undskyld. Undskyld. You can use undskyld in formal situations, such as when you're ordering something in bars or restaurants. For example, undskyld, en kaffe tak. Excuse me, a coffee please. You can also use it when you're asking a question. Undskyld, hvor er Tivoli? Excuse me, where is Tivoli? You can also use undskyld to apologize for an action. Undskyld. Sometimes you'll hear Danes say sorry, which is a loan word from English, and it's often used as a quick apology amongst friends. Sorry. Another common apology is beklager, which means the same thing when you want to excuse yourself for an action. Beklager. Beklager. All of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry, but if you really want to apologize for something, it might be better to use a slightly longer phrase. That phrase is undskyld, det er jeg virkelig ked af, and it means excuse me, I'm really sorry, and it can be used in both formal and informal situations. Undskyld, det er jeg virkelig ked af. First we have the familiar undskyld. Next we insert the Danish pronoun for that, which is det. Then er, which means am. This is followed by the pronoun jeg, which means I. Then we have virkelig, which means really. And finally we have the phrase ked af, meaning sorry about. Undskyld, det er jeg virkelig ked af. Now it's time for Louise's insights. If you accidentally bump into someone in Denmark, you might not get any response. But to be polite, you should either say undskyld or beklager. It is also common to use the exclamation "åh" before apologizing. "Åh, undskyld."
When learning a new language, we sometimes have a hard time with things like procrastination, discouragement, or failure. But don't panic. With a good strategy, you'll be able to overcome these difficulties. Are you ready to discover the 4 habits of successful learners? Number 1, optimize your time. When learning a language, it's important to dedicate time to your studies regularly, even if sometimes it's difficult. You're busy with school, work, family, or friends. But you can spread out your learning throughout the day. Study whenever you have small gaps of time in your busy schedule. This can be when you're on the metro, on your lunch break, or while you're exercising. Our podcast learning format fits perfectly into your tight schedule. Number 2, consistency with your chosen method. There are a lot of options when it comes to courses and learning materials. Switching from one method to another can confuse you and disrupt your progress. Focusing on one learning method will make a difference. Our method has been created and optimized by real teachers, so you can stick to it with confidence. Number 3, use your language background. Many languages share some commonalities. You can find words that look or sound similar, or even share the same grammar structure. A little bit of language background will give you an edge while learning. Number 4, study continuously. People are excited when they start learning a new language. The enthusiasm usually lasts until the first roadblock. This can lead to discouragement and procrastination. But don't burn yourself out. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try to learn it all at once. Break things down into more digestible chunks. Learning step by step might feel slow, but it's an efficient way to learn a language. With patience, motivation, and good resources, you'll master the language. Remember, you can't learn a language overnight, but with motivation and these daily lessons, you'll be on the road to fluency.
Want to speak real Danish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at danishclass101.com.
Today, traditional classrooms are no longer the only or even best place to learn a new language. More and more people are finding that they can easily learn a language just about anywhere they have a few minutes of spare time, including their daily commute to work. According to the US Census Bureau, the average American spends over 50 minutes a day commuting to and from work, or over 300 hours a year. But rather than simply sitting in traffic and wasting the time, you can instead use your daily commute to literally learn a new language in just a few short months. Our language learning program has specialized learning tools that you can use on your commute to and from the office to master a language in your spare time. What are some reasons traditional classroom settings just aren't the best option for most people in today's fast-paced world? Difficulty getting to and from class. Learning on someone else's schedule. Very expensive and may cost thousands of dollars to complete. Can take years to finally complete classes and learn the language. The simple truth is that traditional classroom instruction is simply not a viable option for most people in today's very fast-paced, time-starved world. Now, let's examine how you can learn a language faster, more easily, and at far less expense than traditional classes, all during your commute to work and back home again. 3 reasons your daily commute can help you master a language in the next year. On average, Americans spend more than 300 hours per year commuting. During the commute to and from work, over 6 hours a week is completely wasted. The time isn't used to help you reach any goals or objectives. But thanks to online language learning platforms with audiobooks and other resources that you can access during your commute, you can easily transform wasted time into progress toward learning a new language. With over 300 hours available annually, your daily commute could provide you with enough time to gain significant skills in a new language each and every year. Increase your earning potential while commuting to work. How would you like to transform all those spare commuting hours each week into more money for a new car, house, or even a dream vacation? According to research, someone making $30,000 per year can boost their annual income by $600 or more per year by learning a second language. Over the course of a lifetime, that's a significant amount. How? From work-at-home translation jobs to working overseas, there are many ways to leverage your second language into more money in your bank account. So instead of wasting your precious time, you can make your commute more productive and eventually profitable. The more languages you learn, the higher your income potential. Repetition is key to mastering a new language. Not sure if it's practical to learn another language while commuting to and from work each day? Well, not only is it possible, learning in your car on the way to and from work each day can actually help you learn and master any language quickly. The simple truth is that repetition is absolutely vital to truly internalizing and mastering any language. So, if you listen to audiobooks or even audio lessons on your commute to work, and then repeat the same lesson on your commute home, the information is more likely to be locked into your long-term memory. Our language learning program has been helping people learn and master language in the comfort of their home, during their daily commute, or any place they have a few spare minutes of time. Here are 5 features of our program that make it easy to learn a new language while commuting to and from work. First, the largest collection of audio lessons on the planet by native speaker instructors. Every single week, native speaker instructors create new audio lessons. All lessons are short, to the point, and guaranteed to improve your mastery of a language. Second, the word of the day. Simply exposing yourself to new information and vocabulary terms helps increase your fluency and mastery of your target language. So every single day, check out the word of the day and memorize it during your commute. It's a quick and easy way to boost your vocabulary every day. Third, daily dose mini lessons. Have a short commute to work but still want to make progress towards learning more than just vocabulary? Not a problem. Our daily dose mini lessons are 1 minute or less and are designed to improve your grammar, conversations, and pronunciation. Fourth, all content is available on a convenient mobile app. You don't need a PC or tablet to learn during your daily commute. Instead, all of our lessons, tools, and resources are available 24/7 via our mobile app. That means you can access all of our audio lessons and other tools during your commute to work or anytime you have a few spare minutes. Fifth, audiobooks and other supplemental resources. In addition to the world's largest online collection of HD audio lessons, our language learning program has audiobooks to enhance your understanding and make it more convenient than ever to learn a language during your commute. The average commute time of most Americans is over 300 hours each year, and it's the perfect opportunity to learn and master a new language. Use the dead time during your daily commute to learn a new language and potentially boost your lifetime earnings. Whatever your motivation, our language learning program has the tools and resources necessary to help you learn a new language each year during your commute to and from work. So, if you're ready to finally learn a new language the fast, fun, and easy way, sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Signing up takes less than 30 seconds, and you'll start speaking from your very first lesson. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
En mand og en kvinde taler sammen. Hvad vil de gøre først?
Hvad vil du lave i dag?
Jeg vil gerne ud og se en film.
Okay, jeg vil se en baseballkamp på tv.
Jeg vil også gerne ud og handle.
Baseballkampen starter kl. 13.
Okay, så lad os se filmen, og derefter kan du se kampen.
I orden. Så tager vi ud og handler i aften.
Hvad vil de gøre først? En mand og en kvinde taler sammen. Hvad vil de gøre først?
Hvad vil du lave i dag?
Jeg vil gerne ud og se en film.
Okay, jeg vil se en baseballkamp på tv.
Jeg vil også gerne ud og handle.
Baseballkampen starter kl. 13.
Okay, så lad os se filmen, og derefter kan du se kampen.
I orden. Så tager vi ud og handler i aften.
En kvinde spørger en butiksassistent om noget i en bogbutik. Hvilken bog vil kvinden kigge nærmere på? Undskyld mig, jeg vil gerne se på den bog på hylden der.
Hvilken bog vil du have?
Den om biler.
Lige et øjeblik. Denne her?
Ja, den der.
Værsgo.
Hvilken bog vil kvinden kigge nærmere på? En kvinde spørger en butiksassistent om noget i en bogbutik. Hvilken bog vil kvinden kigge nærmere på? Undskyld mig. Jeg vil gerne se på den bog på hylden der.
Hvilken bog vil du have?
Den om biler.
Lige et øjeblik. Denne her?
Ja, den der.
Værsgo.
En mand taler med en butiksassistent. Hvilken skjorte vil han købe?
Hvilken skjorte synes du er bedst? Den hvide eller den blå?
Tja, jeg synes den blå er god. Den står godt til den grå jakke.
Synes du? Men den går ikke godt med mit røde slips, gør den?
Tja, ja, jeg er enig.
Okay, så tager jeg den hvide, ikke den blå.
Hvilken skjorte vil han købe? En mand taler med en butiksassistent. Hvilken skjorte vil han købe?
Hvilken skjorte synes du er bedst? Den hvide eller den blå?
Tja, jeg synes den blå er god. Den står godt til den grå jakke.
Synes du? Men den går ikke godt med mit røde slips, gør den?
Tja, ja, jeg er enig.
Okay, så tager jeg den hvide, ikke den blå.
En mand er i en fastfood-restaurant. Hvilket sæt bestiller han?
Undskyld mig, kan jeg få det særlige burgersæt?
Ja, vælg venligst mellem pomfrit eller salat.
Salat, tak.
Okay, hvad vil du have at drikke til?
Cola, tak.
Hvilket sæt bestiller han? En mand er i en fastfood-restaurant. Hvilket sæt bestiller han?
Undskyld mig, kan jeg få det særlige burgersæt?
Ja, vælg venligst mellem pomfrit eller salat.
Salat, tak.
Okay, hvad vil du have at drikke til?
Cola, tak.
En mand ringer til lægens kontor. Hvad tid skal han være ved lægens kontor senest? Goddag, hvad kan jeg gøre for dig?
Hvad tid lukker I i dag?
Vi lukker kl. 18. Vær så venlig at komme inden 17:30.
Okay, tak skal du have.
Hvad tid skal han være ved lægens kontor senest? En mand ringer til lægens kontor. Hvad tid skal han være ved lægens kontor senest? Goddag, hvad kan jeg gøre for dig?
Hvad tid lukker I i dag?
Vi lukker kl. 18. Vær så venlig at komme inden 17:30.
Okay, tak skal du have.
En mand og en kvinde kigger på menuen i en restaurant. Hvad bestiller manden?
Hvad bestiller du?
Pizzaen ser god ud. Jeg tror, jeg tager den.
Jeg fik pizza i går, så...
Okay så. Hvad med burgeren?
Det lyder lækkert. Den tager jeg.
Hvad bestiller manden? En mand og en kvinde kigger på menuen i en restaurant. Hvad bestiller manden?
Hvad bestiller du?
Pizzaen ser god ud. Jeg tror, jeg tager den.
Jeg fik pizza i går, så...
Okay så. Hvad med burgeren?
Det lyder lækkert. Den tager jeg.
En kvinde og en mand kigger på et billede. Hvilket billede kigger de på? Dette er et billede af det fodboldhold, din søn er på, ikke? Hvilken en er din søn?
Ham her.
Han er den højeste.
Jep, han er endda højere end mig.
Hvilket billede kigger de på? En kvinde og en mand kigger på et billede. Hvilket billede kigger de på? Dette er et billede af det fodboldhold, din søn er på, ikke? Hvilken en er din søn?
Ham her.
Han er den højeste.
Jep, han er endda højere end mig.
Underviserne ved at lave en kage. Hvad kom underviseren i den? I dag skal vi lave en kage. Først bland smør og sukker. Derefter tilsæt 2 æg og bland det godt. Tilsæt mel og bland det forsigtigt. Sæt det i ovnen og bag i 50 minutter. Det var det. Hvad kom underviseren i den? Underviseren er ved at lave en kage. Hvad kom underviseren i den? I dag skal vi lave en kage. Først bland smør og sukker. Derefter tilsæt 2 æg og bland det godt. Tilsæt mel og bland det forsigtigt. Sæt det i ovnen og bag i 50 minutter. Det var det. En dreng læser op fra hans dagbog. Hvad var det første, drengen gjorde i dag?
Vejret var super i dag. I eftermiddags tog jeg ud og svømmede i poolen, og om aftenen tog jeg i biografen. Jeg studerede også hele formiddagen. I dag var ikke dårlig.
Hvad var det første, drengen gjorde i dag? En dreng læser op fra hans dagbog. Hvad var det første, drengen gjorde i dag?
Vejret var super i dag. I eftermiddags tog jeg ud og svømmede i poolen, og om aftenen tog jeg i biografen. Jeg studerede også hele formiddagen. I dag var ikke dårlig.
En mand og en kvinde taler sammen. Hvornår skal de se en film?
Hvorfor ikke tage i biografen på lørdag?
Jeg ville virkelig gerne, men jeg har mit deltidsjob om morgenen.
Hvad tid er du færdig med dit arbejde?
Jeg slutter kl. 14.
Så lad os mødes på caféen kl. 15 og se en film kl. 16.
Okay. Hvornår skal de se en film? En mand og en kvinde taler sammen. Hvornår skal de se en film?
Hvorfor ikke tage i biografen på lørdag?
Jeg ville virkelig gerne, men jeg har mit deltidsjob om morgenen.
Hvad tid er du færdig med dit arbejde?
Jeg slutter kl. 14.
Så lad os mødes på caféen kl. 15 og se en film kl. 16.
Okay.
Want to speak real Danish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at danishclass101.com.
Tak for gaven. Kunne du tænke dig et stykke kage?
Ja, tak.
Her er et stort stykke.
Mange tak.
Det var så let. Undskyld. Må jeg komme forbi?
Undskyld. Står jeg i vejen?
Det gør ikke noget. Tak. Hej, jeg hedder Emma. Hvad hedder du?
Jeg hedder William.
Rart at møde dig.
I lige måde. Velkommen til. Er du klar til at bestille?
Ja. Må jeg bede om dagens suppe?
Ja, tak. Hvad kunne du tænke dig at drikke til?
Kan jeg få et glas vand?
Ja, selvfølgelig. Ellers andet?
Det var det hele, tak.
Hej.
Hej.
Hvordan går det?
Det går godt. Hvad med dig?
Det går også godt.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Nana, du er god til matematik, er du ikke? Jo, sådan da. Fedt. Kan du hjælpe mig? Ja, selvfølgelig. Nå, du er næsten færdig. Ja, jeg skyndte mig. Jeg vil gerne have mere tid til mit valgfag. Hvad er det nu, det er? Idræt. Jeg er dårlig til matematik, men god til sport. Det er rigtigt. Jeg er derimod ikke så vild med idræt. Så er det godt, du er god til matematik.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Matematik.
Math.
Matematik. Matematik.
Next we have
Sådan der.
sort of, more or less.
Sådan der. Sådan der.
Next we have
At kunne.
to be able to.
At kunne. At kunne.
Next we have
Selvfølgelig.
of course, naturally, certainly, obviously.
Selvfølgelig. Selvfølgelig.
Next we have
At skynde sig.
to hurry up.
At skynde sig. At skynde sig.
Next we have
At gerne ville.
would like to.
At gerne ville. At gerne ville.
Next we have
Valgfag.
elective.
Valgfag. Valgfag.
Next we have
Idræt.
sport, physical education.
Idræt. Idræt.
Next we have
Dårlig.
bad.
Dårlig. Dårlig.
And last,
Derimod.
on the other hand, in contrast.
Derimod. Derimod.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Nana, du er god til matematik, er du ikke? Jo, sådan da. Fedt. Kan du hjælpe mig? Ja, selvfølgelig. Nå, du er næsten færdig. Ja, jeg skyndte mig. Jeg vil gerne have mere tid til mit valgfag. Hvad er det nu, det er? Idræt. Jeg er dårlig til matematik, men god til sport. Det er rigtigt. Jeg er derimod ikke så vild med idræt. Så er det godt, du er god til matematik.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Lad os skynde os indenfor.
Sikke et regnvejr.
Ja, himlen var blå og skyfri, og solen skinnede for lidt siden.
Det kan hurtigt skifte om vinteren.
Jeg ville ønske, det ikke var så koldt.
Eller at det ville sne i stedet for at regne.
Ja, men ikke for meget. Ellers stopper togene måske med at køre.
Nå ja, det er rigtigt.
Hey, nu havler det.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Regnvejr.
Rainy weather.
At regne.
To rain.
At sne.
To snow.
At hagle.
To hail.
Ellers.
Or else, otherwise.
At skinne.
To shine.
Himmel.
Sky, heaven.
Sol.
Sun.
Skyfri.
Cloudless.
At skifte.
To change, to switch.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Lad os skynde os indenfor.
Sikke et regnvejr.
Ja, himlen var blå og skyfri, og solen skinnede for lidt siden.
Det kan hurtigt skifte om vinteren.
Jeg ville ønske, det ikke var så koldt.
Eller at det ville sne i stedet for at regne.
Ja, men ikke for meget. Ellers stopper togene måske med at køre.
Nå ja, det er rigtigt.
Hey, nu havler det.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Danish ebook before it's gone.